Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Newell. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, of course, today's no different. Today, we are back to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Ashley Darby, Gizelle Bryant, and this messiness that's going on with Dr. Wendy Osefo. But before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now, with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like even though Dr. Wendy Osefo was hurt by these Eddie cheating rumors, Ashley is defending her decision to discuss them. It's a lie. But Dr. Wendy Osefo doesn't really feel like Ashley was the real bone carrier here. She feels like she was doing Gizelle Bryant's dirty work all along. Honestly, I feel like a lot of us feel that way, but Ashley's saying, no, I was a part of this conversation too. I wasn't carrying out Giselle's dirty work. I played a role in this. It's kind of interesting that she's even accepting responsibility, because I would just be pointing fingers at Gizelle like, no, she brought it to me and then she asked me to bring it up to you, so sorry. But that's not what happened. This is what was said. Ashley said, ultimately, the conversation was had by Gizelle and I at the same time. I was a part of that conversation as well, so I also have a responsibility. Now, she said this on the Real Housewives of Potomac after show, but she also added, I feel I had a responsibility to have that discussion with Dr. Wendy Osefo because Gizelle and I both partaked whatever in that conversation about Eddie and the cheating rumors. So with that, I don't understand why Wendy is thinking that it was only Gizelle. We were both a part of it. Ashley, what are you just trying to dig this hole for yourself? Hold on, it keeps going. Of course, Dr. Wendy Osefo has a much different perspective on all of this, and she feels like the only reason Gizelle Bryant went to Ashley Darby was because she knew in her mind that she would do the dirty work for her. I don't think Wendy is wrong about this, to be honest with you, because Gizelle planted a seed, and that's exactly what Ashley Darby did. Dr. Wendy Osefo said this. Gizelle went to Ashley, and she went to Ashley twice. She went to the same person twice because she knew that she would carry that. She knew what she was doing. She didn't go to Robin Dixon. She didn't go to Candace Diller Bassett. You went to the same person twice, and you did it on purpose. Now, when it came down to all of this and Dr. Wendy Osefo addressing it, she didn't just call out Gizelle. She went on to say, I can't believe that Ashley Darby had the audacity to even bring this up, considering the issues that she has going on in her own marriage. Word for word, she said, you're here talking about a lie. I have never once confronted you about the facts of your husband, Michael Darby. Okay. She said, so let's make sure that we're very clear about that. You're here talking about a lie on my husband, but I never once was a part of the circus of people who talked about the facts, backed with photographic evidence about your husband. Ashley Darby, she's not wrong there. She's not wrong. I'm kind of team Dr. Wendy Osefo on this one. Even though I love Ashley Darby on the show, Dr. Wendy Osefo, she's right, in my opinion. Guys, before we move on, I want to ask you, do you think Dr. Wendy Osefo, I mean, part of her is right? If she didn't engage in the conversation when it came to Michael Darby and his cheating allegations, especially when there was photo evidence of him in his underwear and he admitted to things, she didn't partake in that conversation, then why does Ashley Darby feel the need to partake in her conversation? Well, at the end of the day, it comes down to a contractual agreement. And if you want to continue to be a full-time housewife, you have to get down and dirty. I think that's really what we're looking at here. However, when it comes to Ashley, she feels like because she's had to navigate Michael Darby's indiscretions, she felt like it was only right and it made the most sense that she would be the one who would bring this information to Dr. Wendy Osefo. She felt like, I've been through this, so I should be the one to consult Wendy first. Ashley, what the hell did Gizelle give you to drink in that meeting? Like, how did you fall for this? Well, Ashley said this. I really felt like it was something that we would have a little bit of a key about, considering it was something very similar to what I went through. I do think it would make sense that we would have this talk, and I thought we would just laugh about it or anything aside from what happened. You're talking about her husband allegedly cheating on her. What part of you thinks that this woman is going to kiki, ha ha, have a good laugh? This is not a comedy show. She's looking at you like, excuse me? You know that there are 4 to 8 cameramen around us right now, and you're going to bring this up because you want to use this as a storyline? You're disgusting. I don't know how any of these women would think. None of them would be happy. None of them would be happy if someone brought up this information. And the first time that it happened to Ashley Darby, she wasn't happy. So why would you think that Wendy would be like, oh, this is so funny, girl, bye. No, she's going to be like, we'll rip your head off. Talk about my husband or my family again. You have no idea what's coming your way. Duh. Now, as for Gizelle's part, she does admit at this point that she should have been the one to address the online gossip with Wendy. Giselle said, I should have been the one to talk to Wendy before Ashley. 100%, I own that. She confessed to this. She also added, however, none of this was malicious. It wasn't shady. Giselle, your whole tagline insists that you are shady. Your past 5 seasons before season 6 insist that you are shady. So when you're saying that there is nothing shady about bringing up cheating rumors when it's regarding someone's husband, yeah, I'm not buying that. And if you guys disagree with me, by all means, go ahead and comment below. Give me your opinions, rip me apart, but I'm not buying this. Giselle also added that it wasn't mean, and the reaction that Wendy had, I didn't see it coming. It didn't make any sense to me. Well, it made sense to me. You're talking about someone's husband, someone's family. And while we've had the discussions, on my lives, especially with Kempire, we've talked about the fact that it's been interesting to see Wendy's reaction. She's crying. She's reacting really hard to all of this information. And some of us might even think that she's overreacting. And why is she overreacting so hard? Well, if you see the scene with Wendy and her husband, and while they're talking about how hard it was for them to even get together in the first place because their families were different, the families did not agree with them, coming together in this unity, and how hard they fought for that. I think that makes a lot of sense as to why Wendy is reacting the way she is. I don't feel like this is rocket science. And I'm also interested to see what the rest of the women say, because Gizelle Bryant has said, I had this conversation with her before we even started filming the season, to which Dr. Wendy Osefo responded saying, no, we didn't. Who's lying here? And this will all come out on the reunion floor. The only thing I have to say when it comes to all of this, though, is Gizelle is seasoned at this point. This is her 6th season. When she is called out on the reunion floor, when we get to that point, she is going to be able to maintain face and say, like, it's almost like when you tell yourself you've said something so many times, or you repeat a lie, you start to believe that that is actually what happened. That's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting from this situation. But I could be totally wrong, but I just don't think I am. All right, guys, with that, I have a lot of questions for you. Do you think at the end of the day that it was shady that Ashley Darby and Gizelle Bryant are the ones who brought up these cheating rumors in the first place? And do you think Dr. Wendy Osefo that she's onto something by saying Gizelle went to the same person twice? She didn't go to Robin. She didn't go to Candace. She knew exactly what she was doing. And how do you feel about Gizelle saying that this wasn't mean? It wasn't shady. She didn't think that Wendy was going to react the way that she did. It's not really all adding up for me. So I'm hoping you guys can help me make sense of this. Well, of course, we're going to be covering the Real Housewives of Potomac this upcoming Monday, and that's not the only thing we'll be covering. We're also covering the 2nd season, the premiere of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is going to be one hell of a season because it's following another huge Bravo scandal, and we know when there's a scandal tied to a franchise, that season is going to be insane. The ratings are going to be great, and everyone's going to be watching the TV looking for any little slip up. I have a feeling that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 2 is going to be no different. So make sure that you're tuned in. So with that, make sure that you stick around, comment below, and if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, have a safe weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.